Mo- Good day guys, Chris here again, another video. Siguro second video ko to for today. Ano yun? Joke lang, leg ko kasi yun. And July ngayon, this is my birth month. And happy birthday sa mga July celebrants dyan. Similar to me. And share ko lang yung topic natin for today. Since it's July, it is also known to be as Graves' Disease Awareness Month. So ano ba ang Graves' Disease? Graves' disease is the most common type of hyperthyroidism, specifically primary hyperthyroidism, okay, that is seen especially in clinical practice, di ba? So, ano ba ang Graves' disease? May reference ako dito. This is coming from the Philippine College of Endocrinology, Diabetes, and Metabolism. This is a subspecialty in internal medicine. So we usually have collaborations with other specialties. Ako kasi I'm a family doctor and we collaborate with IM also in managing cases like this. So usually ang Graves' disease, ang clinical presentation niya, based on what I see sa mga pasyente ko, ang pinaka-importante na nakikita ko dyan ay yung mga anterior neck mass. Okay? Anterior neck mass meaning meron siyang bukol sa may leeg. Usually, hindi siya, may varieties yun eh. May grading nga din kami dyan eh. From grade 1 to grade 5, grade 5 ba? Basta, parang I think grade 5 above is medyo na siya, very prominent. You don't need to stretch or extend the neck to see. You would also notice veins coming out sa mga bukol sa may leeg. Sa grade 1, grade 2, you have to palpate it during in annual physical examination sa mga pasyente ko, especially sa mga nag-work, sa mga trabaho, or mga annual PEs. I do palpation of the thyroid to check if it's palpable and hindi siya too superly enlarged, no? The thyroid usually, rises when pinapalunok mo yung pasyente, di ba? Pero kung patients na may goiter or anterior neck mass, extension pa lang that's already engorged, malaki na, and it's a bulging, usually that is noted to be an anterior neck mass. Kapag sinabing bulging na siya na from left to right siya bubukol, typically yung mga presentation na yun ay most likely thyroid na yun. No? Pero kailangan pa rin i-assess, i-finalize, or i-confirm using a thyroid neck ultrasound or a neck ultrasound. Now, dun sa symptoms kasi ng Graves' disease, it's a hyperthyroidism. So, pag hyper meaning mataas, okay? There is something na mataas, okay? If you're looking at the thyroid function, okay, the thyroid function test comprises of, yung pinaka-importante dun na, the thyroid stimulating hormones that is coming from the higher axis, okay, from above your thyroid gland, okay, you have your thyroid hormones, dalawa sila, T3 and T4. Meron din siya yung bound and unbound or free T3 and free T4. So usually ang ko, nire-request ko TSH, FT3, FT4. Pero kung pagpipiliin ako, let's say, kung ano yung mas economically cost efficient, TSH na lang. Pag si Kwan na lang, pag si hyperthy, ang findings kasi, si TSH, zero. Okay, zero siya. Kasi may tinatawag tayong HPTA axis. Okay, hypothalamus pituitary thyroid axis, di ba? So, meron kasi nagre-regulate sa hormones ng katawan from the brain going to the glands. Okay, we call it the entire axis is part of the endocrine system. So, sa pituitary gland, manggagaling doon yung stimulating hormones, di ba? Tapos, yung stimulating hormones, they will release your thyroid stimulating hormone. Okay, then pupunta niya sa thyroid to produce your T3 and T4. Si T4, hindi siya tool for 4 ha. It is T for 4 mismo na iodine. Sabi niya doon, T is tetraayodo. Okay? Tyronine. Tyronine ata. Makapagalitan ako ng endo teacher ko noon. Pero yun. Or thyroxine, yung apat, yung T4. Or T3, hindi siya tool for brothers na T3. Okay? Triayodo, tyronine. Okay? So T3 and T4. Yun yung dalawang thyroid hormones natin. Ang pinaka-importante din na makita doon, at least si T4, kasi yung thyroxine, yun ang active na mas nagpo-provide ng symptoms. Tsaka very needed sa katawan, di ba? Si T3 kasi, ko-convert pa niya sa T4 para magamit pa siya. Okay. I think that tama naman yung pagkakaintindi ko doon. Anyway, balik tayo. Si TSH ang gagaling sa pituitary gland. Tapos, si thyroid, nagpo-produce na ng thyroid hormone, your T3, T4. Pag nagkakaroon tayo ng problema ng primary hyperthyroidism, si thyroid gland, yun yung abnormal. No? Nagpo-produce siya ng sobrang daming thyroid hormones. So, pag nagpo-produce siya ng sobrang daming thyroid hormones, may off switch dapat yon. Kung masyado na madami na pa-produce ng thyroid gland, yung gland na master na niya sa taas, yung HPTA axis, your pituitary gland, dapat magsa-stop na siya ng production ng thyroid stimulating hormone. Kasi usually, this thyroid stimulating hormone, yun yung nagpo-push na mag-produce ng hormones ng thyroid. So, magsa-stop na siya. Pero ang problema dyan, hindi siya nagsa-stop yung thyroid. Abnormal siya, overreactive siya. Nagpo-produce pa rin siya ng thyroid hormones despite na yung pituitary, nag-stop na siya ng production ng TSH. So kung nag-stop na siya ng production ng TSH, ang result ng hyperthy, 0 ang TSH. Okay? Pero pag tinignan mo yung T3 at saka T4 or FT3, FT4, sobrang taas ng values niya. Okay? That is the presentation sa thyroid function test ng isang pasyente na may Graves' disease or hyperthyroidism, specifically primary hyperthyroidism. Now, sa mga ganong sitwasyon, may mga simptomas na lumalabas sa pasyente. Kadalasan ang nakikita din yan, maliban sa bukol, there are tremors. Okay, fine tremors. Tremors usually is due to sobrang sensitive ng katawan mo sa catecholamines. Okay, ibang hormones na naman yun. Or you call it the substance that is, your epinephrine and norepinephrine. Mas sensitive ng katawan mo sa mga catecholamines, mas madalas naging agitated ka, and mas nagkakaroon ka ng fight or flight response. So yung tremors, very prominent siya. Yung kamay mo, nanginginig. And then at the same time, since masyadong mataas yung thyroid hormones mo, nadadrive niya yung metabolism ng katawan. So ano mangyayari pag nadadrive ng metabolism yung katawan? Mas mabilis ang turnover ng energy, mas mabilis ang nagagamit o nako-consume yung energy to the point na pumapayat na yung tao. So, maganda pala yun, no? Papayat ka. Pero in the end, it will lead to what we call a breakdown of the muscles and the fat to the point na parang sobrang payat mo na. Parang kalansay. Most patients I see na hyperthy, payat na payat. Okay? Pero ang problema naman doon, pumapayat nga, but the eyes, okay, nagkakaroon ka ng bulging eyes. Okay, we call it exophthalmos, another feature of your hyperthy. So, meron siyang tremors, anterior neck, exophthalmos. Hindi naman technically lahat dapat meron ka, pero mga features yun na most likely nakikita sa mga pasyente. Another feature, palpitations. Yung tipong, Dok, ang bilis. Parang may tumatakbong kabayo sa loob ng dibdib ko. So yung palpitation, very prominent, very distinct, and disturbing. Minsan hindi na siya makatulog dahil sobrang bilis ng pintig ng puso. So yung mga features na yon, if meron siya, we have to investigate. Sa clinic, kadalasan kapag nakikita ko yung mga ganyang pasyente, kailangan ko din i-rule out yung mga other causes. Since palpitation ito, may mga substance pa siya na na-ethic. Kape is one. Baka nasobrahan niya ng kape. Okay? Another thing na kailangan mong i-rule out, syempre, pumapayat siya. Other symptoms of coughing, are there symptoms of fever, or are there symptoms suggesting of tuberculosis? Pwede rin yun. Diba? Or another thing is, pag pumapayat, tapos pagod na pagod, similar din sa hyperthyroidism, pwede rin diabetes. So we have to do a battery of tests. Pero kung prominent na malaki na yung leeg, okay, unahin ko yung papatest. Yes, thyroid function and ultrasound. And then the other test, FBS, to rule out diabetes. I would do also an initial chest x-ray. Baka kasi yung palpitation siya, masyado nang malaki yung heart, or meron siyang underlying cardiac disease. The X-ray would provide me an initial so-called 2D echo-like presentation kung may cardiomegaly ako. You could also do an ECG. Okay? Sa features kasi din ng hyperthigh, maliban din doon, we have to classify din kung gaano ka-severe na siya. Kapag sobrang severe naman na kasi ni Graves' disease, pwede na tayong pumasok sa tinatawag na thyroid storm. Now, pag thyroid storm na yung pasyente, meaning sobrang taas na, and nagkakaroon na siya ng unstable vital signs, okay? Nagkakaroon ng arrhythmia on ECG, sobrang bilis ng heart rate, more than 150 beats per minute, which is very abnormal, erratic, and very dangerous. And then also, a blood pressure that can either be unstable, nagda-drop, or sobrang taas. And, well, mayroon na siyang neurologic features. Nag-agitate, galit na galit, natataranta, ganun, or nagtatae because of high metabolism. Pag ganun, kailangan nang i-admit ang isang pasyente. And usually, kapag yung features ng pasyente ay thyroid storm, they need admission and they need medication immediately. Okay? So, in our strict sense, as a primary care doctor, dapat kami, madali namin makita kung ano yung mga red flags ng isang pasyente na may hyperthigh and Graves' disease. And it's important for us to collaborate with internal medicine or your endocrinologist or IM Endo para lang din ma-provide ang continuity of care after nilang magamot from their thyroid storm or na-admit sila. Kasi ibabato nila sa amin yung mga pasyente after nila ma-discharge. Diba? So, it's important din also to educate the family members kung ano yung sakit niya, ano yung sanhi ng hyperthyroidism, and ano yung mga kailangan nating i-adjust sa diet niya. It's a large change, kumbaga, sa kanilang perspective sa ilang gamutan kasi may mga gamot na tayong idadagdag. Either metimazole, propanolol, and then we will discuss din also, syempre, yung definitive treatment. May dalawang definitive treatment na available na kadalasan i-offer sa mga pasyente. Number 1 dyan is surgery. Total thyroidectomy, pero sparing mo yung mga parathyroid glands usually para lang din ma-remove or essentially matanggal yung source ng thyroid hormones. Another would be radioactive iodine therapy, okay, or RI. Yung radioactive iodine therapy, papainumin ka ng radioactive iodine pill, and then yung iodine, di ba sabi ko kanina, tetraiodothyronine and triiodothyronine, they are composed of 3 and 4 iodine molecules. Kapag radioactive na iodine yung tinake mo, papasok siya sa thyroid and eventually it will destroy the source kung saan napoproduce ng thyroid hormones. And eventually reduce the levels of your thyroid hormones. Yun yung purpose. Pero, during the time of the RI or radioactive iodine therapy, dapat naka-isolate muna siya away from the family members, naka-admit ito, and constant follow-up with their doctor. Effective yung dalawang treatment na yon. And usually, they have to observe lang in a short course kung mag-recur or na-complete ba yung procedure natin para magkaroon ng better compliance in the future. Now, Graves' disease, medyo solid naman na tayo sa mga gamutan dyan. Just as long as you follow up with your doctor regularly, observe and monitor the treatment. Kung hindi pa fit or hindi ka pa ready sa surgery or RI therapy, medical treatment pa rin ay ino-offer. Pero if you want quality or better control of your symptoms, yung dalawang procedures like surgery and RI, they will solve your condition, okay, very much satisfactory rather than adjusting your medications every month in terms of yung metimazole and propanolol. Okay? So, hopefully may natutunan kayo sa akin. Medyo, I'm just waiting for my wife kasi may clinic siya mayroong 2 o'clock. So, hopefully may natutunan kayo tungkol sa Graves' disease. And if you have questions about this topic or if you want to suggest a different topic, drop it siguro sa comments down below or siguro suggest via email. Okay? Give the video a like kung interested ka sa mga health topics na ganito. Just a light talk tungkol sa mga ganitong conditions would be very much helpful and nakaka-stimulate din siya ng knowledge. As a doctor din, syempre, gusto ko din provide ng health education. And I'm trying to learn din this process even further. Mga other ways of providing health education. Not similar to the others na health doctors. Okay? And again, thank you sa mga siguro magre-recur na videos na nanonood. And please do support the channel. Pwede give me a subscribe. And again, this is Doc Chris, your online family doctor, making medicine easy for you to have a healthy life.